Hello guys, I'm Toad. Today we're gonna learn about if-else statement, if-else ladder, conditional statements. So what are conditional statements? What are conditionals? So basically sometimes we have to run a code with some set of conditions, right? And that time we're gonna use conditional statement. For example, if you wanna find someone age, or if you wanna run a specific task when under a specific age, for example, if a guy is 18 plus, then you wanna give him the permission to access the website, or if he's below, you're just gonna block him or whatever you wanna do. So for those kind of statements, those kind of work, we use conditional statements. So here we go to our VS Code and check it out. Some examples. So guys, this is the notes of conditional statement. So I already told you in the intro कि sometimes we have to execute some block of codes for some conditions. Here are some examples. So basically there are three types of conditional statement: if statement, if else statement, and if else if ladder. I'm gonna give you a proper example of all of these. Okay, so let's move on to our VS Code. uh, Check it out. We take z as 5, and this condition is if z is small equals to 5, console.log hello, means this thing gonna print if z is smaller or equal to 5. Okay, so as we can see that z is 5 means this condition is true. So if we're gonna run the code, as you can see, hello world gonna print. If we're gonna increase it, then see, it doesn't print. So yeah, if we want to print something, if the first statement is not true, we use if else statement. Okay, here question number 1, if else statement. So let age is equal to 1, and condition is age is greater than or equal to 10, and age is smaller than and equal to 20. So here we use and statement, logical and, as we discussed in our lecture 2. So as we can see, there one statement is not correct. This age is greater than 10, because we know that age is not greater than 10. Age is 1. Okay, and here age is less than 10, means we're talking about a particular age gap, 10 year to 20 year. Okay, so this thing gonna print not verified, because we use else statement. If this is not true, it gonna print this. Okay, and else statement doesn't need a condition. Okay, as we can see, if statement needs a condition, else statement doesn't need. Yeah, but else if statement needs a condition. Okay, so if we're gonna run this code, this thing gonna print not verified. But yeah, if we're gonna type here 20, if we're gonna type 20 over here, this thing gonna print verified, because we know age is greater equals to age is greater is equal to 20, sorry, less than equals to 20. If we're gonna print 10, again it's gonna print verified, because as we can see, age is greater than 10 and greater equals to 10. Okay, so here it's our if else statement. Now we're gonna discuss about our if else ladder. Okay, so see, we take box A is equal to 88 and box B is equal to 3. Our first condition, our if condition, is if box A is equals to 10, means this equals to means the value. If the value of box A is equals to 10 and the box B is equals to 15, then console.log it's correct. Else if is the second statement. It signifies if box A is less than 10 and box B is less than 15, it is insufficient. And now our third condition, if box A is greater than 10 and box B is also greater than 15, now it gonna print exceeded. And else means this if this number doesn't follow any set of code, at last it's gonna print this default value. Okay, it is a kind of default value. If nothing gonna print, this thing gonna print. That's why it doesn't have a command or a condition. Let's check it out, the numbers. See, box A is 88 and box B is B. Box B is 3. It means box A is exceeded, as we can see. Box A is exceeded, as we can see. Greater than 10 is exceeded, but box B is 3, means it is insufficient, less than 15. So let's check it, what it's gonna print. It's print insufficient. You know why it's print insufficient? Because we write this first. Okay, if we change this exceeded statement with this insufficient statement, now we get the result of exceeded, because this thing reads the code. Okay, first it's read the first paragraph in which we use and. Okay, so when we use and, it not gonna print, because both statement have to be right uh, to fulfill the logical and statement. Okay, but in logical or statement, either one statement is right, then the overall statement is right, then it's gonna print its command. So let me just do one thing. If we're gonna change this thing with and, now it's gonna print exceeded. Let's check it out. See, it's print exceeded, because again this condition is not fulfilled uh, by the numbers of the boxes. So now it's gonna print it's read this line. Okay, so this line is sufficient for it, because A is greater than 10. Okay, but B is not less than 15. So this thing gonna print exceeded, because it using pipes, means logical or. So logical or just read the overall statement. If overall statement is correct, let's print the thing. See, if we also gonna add and to it, now it's gonna print error, because it's not fulfill any of the statement. So let's move on to the last statement, last if else statement. Okay, see, here it prints error. So this thing, what I'm trying to explain, this is how else if ladder work. So now we're gonna move on to a very good question. We take one number and we check this number is completely divisible or not. So what completely divisible means? It means the number doesn't have any reminders. If a number have reminder, it means it's not completely divisible. For example, if we divide 4 by 2, so 2 divide 4 in 2 times and there is no remainder is equal to 0. So same as that, we just take a number, for example 6, and our condition is number, this is the key, key number, percentage sign signifies modulus means remainder. So see, number modulus 3 is equal to 0, means if this number means 6. Okay, we take number as 6. If 6 is divisible by 3, there is the remainder is equal to 0. This equals to means value, its value is equals to 0. As we know, if a number is completely divisible, there is no remainder. Okay, and same with the statement. If someone give you a question, make a code in which we can check a number is completely divisible by 2 or 3. So 2 and 3, so you can just print this 2 and 3, and you just change the number over here, anything you want, just like 3 and 2. So we add 9, we add 12. As we know, 12 is completely divisible by 3 and 2 also, so there is no remainder. So first it's gonna print yes, yes, there is no remainder. Else if it has remainder, it's not follow this condition, it's gonna fell into no condition. So as we can see, it's gonna print yes, yes. Okay, yeah, but if we're gonna change it to 9, it fulfill this condition 3, because 3 is divisible by 9, 9 is divisible by 3 in 3 times and there is no remainder, but 2 is not divisible by 9, so it's gonna print no. See, no. But yeah, if we change the conditional and to conditional or, it's gonna print yes. See, yes. So this is a very good question. Now we move on to our ternary operators. Ternary or operator ternary format. So see, I write this in Hindi to understand. See, question mark means matlab to. Question mark means tab to, and this colon means nahi to. We can read this. See, let age equal to 6. Console.log. Age is greater than 18. tab to. This question mark means tab to adult है, and this colon means नहीं तो अंडर एज है. ओके, लेट रीड दिस अगेन. console.log एज इज ग्रेटर देन 18, तब तो एडल्ट है, नहीं तो अंडर एज है. if we gonna print this, as we can see, we take age as 6, so it's come in the criteria of underage because it is not greater than equals to 18. Okay, so if we're gonna print this, we get underage. Yeah, if we change this to 18, now it's gonna print adult to it. If we're gonna add it to 120, still gonna print adult for us. So again, there is a logic. No one lives 120 years, right? So we also gonna add some lines of code to it. So gonna add some lines of code like if this guy is greater than 100 years, now you print you're not alive, you're kidding me. So we can also use that by using our if else ladder. We're gonna discuss about it in our further videos, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys.